high-frequency channel where forces between the mind, body, and spirit, fluidity in consciousness, where we let our spirit speak.
Hello, folks. Welcome to one of the first episodes of The Raven's Den on my YouTube channel. As you can see, you can see the title of this episode for what it truly is. Funny part is that I've been thinking about doing this for some time. When you feel like you're not happy with life. A lot of people I've been noticing have been going through, the COVID stuff and, spiritual ascension and, evolution and energy shiftings. Apparently we're in like the dark shadow of Mercury in retrograde. And I should probably look it up a little more and do some more research. But I will tell you this. That there's a bunch of different reasons why people aren't happy. Now, I'm being absolutely straight with you. No filters and being unapologetically me. So let's look at some of these concepts. Okay. Well, the first things that you could take a look at is something like the 7 Hermetic Laws. 7 Hermetic Laws are important to what they call mental alchemy or mental alchemic mastery. The 7 principles are very important, to how we do things, how we choose to move, to act and react. But see, here's the thing. Okay, I wrote a couple of things down. And the very first question is this. What are you not happy about? Now, I could probably go on and on about what you may or may not be happy about. But whatever it is that you're not happy about, you have to begin to call the 4 R's. 4 R's, okay? Those are reflect, release, recreate, and reinvent. Now, I got to tell you, these specific R words changed my life a lot. You got to see what you're happy about, or what you're unhappy about. You have to reflect upon reality, the now moment. You have to also reflect on what is abundantly important to you. The things that are important to other people that are around you may not entirely be the same or resonate on the same level or on the same page as what you desire or want in life. There's a lot of reflection that's necessary in life in order to have a happy life. What makes you happy? That's the most important thing. Are you doing? Okay. Are you doing what makes you happy? Okay. Are you doing what makes you happy? What kind of vibration are you creating? Okay. Think about that for a minute. What kind of energetic vibration are you creating within your present environment? Um, Shitty? Are you, you know, thinking about the birds in the trees, or, the squirrels down the road? Maybe the raccoons that got into your trash can the night before, and maybe you're still a little upset because you got to clean it up. Maybe you've been experiencing a bad breakup, or a loss of work. That's a big one. But yet, I want to tell you that again, you're not alone. Everybody has things going on in their lives, as you do. But the question is, again, what are you not happy about? You have to look at it. You have to see it. You have to understand it. You have to acknowledge it and blatantly admit it to yourself that you're not happy about it. Maybe you're not happy about some other people. Well, guess what? Some of those other people don't even care. Some of them don't care about you. Some of them don't even care for themselves or care about themselves. The thing is that you have to look at every aspect. Using this as your battling mechanism, the seven hermetic laws, very, very important. The other part of all this is like $1 million question. Okay. Are you truly walking the path that you're supposed to be walking upon or walking on or going through, being directed towards? Is it really the journey you're supposed to be on? Are you content with being comfortable? Are you maybe you have a lack of motivation because you're so comfortable to where you don't feel like much needs to be done? Yeah, I've been there, done that. But are you truly walking your path? Are you enjoying life the way that you should? Are you doing the things that are going to create a life fulfilled, happy, being filled with joy? And are you vibrating at the frequency of that energy? And if you're not, something's wrong. Maybe even wrong with you. Not necessarily physically, mentally mostly, or emotionally. I mean, there's a shifting. There's a necessity for for us to be happy as human beings. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, is know and find what makes us happy. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. But what are you not happy about? What are you upset about in life? What are you frustrated about in life? What annoys you in life? What just grinds underneath your skin to no end that you can remove in your life to become ever more happy? You see, the other day someone said to me that due to the fact that I've did psychic readings and spiritual communications and all these things for individuals of high stature, models, actresses, actors, that I'm considered a celebrity psychic, and I'm going to own that. But what will you own up to? That's the massive question. What are you? Who are you? Who are you truly? Is what you've created already making you happy? Do you think that there's parts of your life that you think that you would like to change? Hmm? Do you know the ways in which you would like to change them? Or are you just holding back because you're afraid of doing them? Could be all three. You're not alone. You are not alone. Are you working at the right place? I understand that a lot of people take jobs because it makes the money, it pays the bills, but is it truly something that is making you happy? Is the relationship you're in making you happy? Is the communication between you and other people positive, enlightened, motivating, or motivating, yeah, motivated? Okay. This wonderful person that keeps commenting on the show, an old friend. It feels like she's a nana to me. Okay. She said a very important point. Cheryl here. She made a point. Her exact words, if you can't see it, because it's YouTube. Okay. I am a light worker, a healer, high priestess, and a witch. Okay. I spelled light worker wrong. That's okay. I mean, hey, it's fine. Little tiny, you're probably doing this on your phone, or possibly even on your. I make mistakes too. Everybody does. The thing is, I don't even resonate with that word. I don't resonate with the word light worker. I don't. Now, a lot of people say that I should be considering myself a light worker, but the fact is that this show is not about me. It's not about me. At least not this episode. I will be giving my story, steps of my story in sequence as I begin to remember them as I'm doing them. Now, I got to tell you that your happiness is the most important thing, or should be the most important thing in your life. And if it's not, then your priorities are all messed up. I understand the kids come first. I got it. Hey, family first. Don't even bring that up to me. I already know. But at that point, you should still be second. Sometimes, even at that point, you should still be first. Give me something that you're unhappy about. I might actually have a solution for you. I may do a video on whatever it is that that you're unhappy about, or whatever the circumstance or situation is. Not calling you out, of course, but doing it because that's an important thing for you. That is important to you, and it's important to me to be of service to others as a reverend, as a mentor, as a coach, as a healer, and a teacher. What do you really unhappy about? Look at your life. It may not even be something of massive magnitude. It may be something like just this minuscule thing that's going on in your life, or a little thing that you've accepted in your life, or you're willing to tolerate, in your life, to where it doesn't really bother you that much. But when it comes up, man, does it just burn your britches? It just makes your mind twist, and you just want to. Well, it's okay to feel that way. There's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions within reason, of course. But are you walking the path that you know that you should be walking? Are you? Are you? Ask that question. Are you? Some of you will say yes, and some of you will say no, and some of you will say, I don't know. But the ones that say no and the ones that say, I don't know, you have a lot more work to do, a lot more healing to do. I would say healing. I have a saying I didn't even notice, and I just looked. It was, I don't know, for some reason, that sticky note just like pulled me to it. And the quote, I'm pretty sure I made it. I don't know if I wrote it down or, maybe somebody else's. I don't know. But it actually states, once you know your flow, you can let everything else go. I'm going to repeat that. Okay. Once you know your flow, you can let everything else go. Look at that. Picture that giant bag of bricks that you're carrying. There's no reason for you to be carrying it for other people because they should be carrying it themselves. I know some people will talk about Christianity and they'll say, Jesus was the one that carried the most weights because, in the book, he died for our sins and yada, yada, things like that. And, okay. All right. Well, that's what it says. All right. Well, I mean, he carried a lot. At least he accepted. He accepted to carry a lot. Jesus of Nazareth is actually an ascended master. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's all knowing, all powerful, or whatever. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I think we all are if we're open up. If we're open to it, of course. But see, the most important thing in your life should be happiness. It shouldn't be worry, doubt, disbelief. I always say that worry creates more worry. Want creates more want. Trust me when I tell you, it is so much the truth. So much. The fact that if you attempt to bring into perspective what's important to you and what makes you happy, life becomes more easily manageable. What do you do when you're unhappy? That is the thing, right? What to do when you're not happy with life? What saved me was meditation. It was spirituality. It was to believe in myself and in something. Not necessarily. Well, I mean, you could look at it. You could say God. You could say Vishnu. You could say divine. You could say, source. You could say the all. I mean, when you go to blah 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 blah. I could talk all day about that. But what saved me was spirituality. To be honest with you, because before that, I was miserable. Literally, I was a negative person. I was horrible to people. I mean, I'm still working on some stuff, but that doesn't mean that I haven't done a huge amount of work, and a lot of you have, and I'm honored and grateful to hear it, to hear your comments, to post comments on this video, on the show. There's certain subjects you want me to work on. Let me know. Let me know. Don't just go on those dream interpretation things, and don't mind me. I mean, I do like them. I do. I'm going to be doing more of them. But the whole thing is that I mean, your happiness is important. So what can you do in order to prime, I guess, or start your day in that vibration? I mean, there's what did I do today? I mean, honestly, I never even imagined that something like this would help me shift my vibration. I mean, yeah, I woke up with a little bit of a backache, whatever. I mean, a lot of people do. But what I'm saying is, when I got up, I literally said to myself, I said, you know what? I am not going to stay in this vibration. I feel off, you know? So I said, I'm not going to stay in this vibration. So what do? I literally we went into the bathroom. Okay. I mean, yeah, TMI, right? I went into the bathroom and I cleaned up. I cleaned up, shaved my head, do all the stuff that we normally do when we clean ourselves up in the bathroom. Okay, this taking a shower as well. But the whole thing is the music that I was listening to. I don't usually listen to it. I was literally listening to a track off of YouTube, and it was what was it? It was Epic MMA Mix or some hip hop mix. And I'm telling you, and mind you, I mean, I like hip hop. I'm eclectic. I like hip hop. I like a ton of different music. But when I was listening to this, I was like bouncing. I was bouncing. My vibration was changing. During the whole process, and like sometimes I would stop and like I would yeah, and all of a sudden the vibration will change. The vibration will become higher than what it was before. So making sure your vibration is a happy vibration. When you listen, I'm telling you, music's to a savage beast. I'm telling you, and seriously, when I say this, listen to your favorite music. I'm telling you, but make sure that it's a music that gets you pumped. Don't listen to a music that gets you sad or depressed. I mean, that's just going to make the vibration go lower. All right, you want something that's going to lift you up. I mean, I listen like instrumental epic battle music. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I even listen to it when I draw, or you listen to binaural beats for happiness and positivity. That's a good one too. But you also got to do things that are going to make you happy. Okay, so when I look at myself and I say, okay, so what is it? What is it that is going to make me happy? And I always come up with three things. Always come up with three things. And I know these things may change for certain people, but for me specifically, it's usually art, music, like being creative, music, which is either making it or listening to it, and food. I mean, servicing people is a big scope. Okay, I mean, I love always there, but I'm saying that my go to for myself, okay, for myself is usually food, being creative, and listening to music. I mean, I know it's as simple as that, folks. It can very much be that, because when you're unhappy, that's a low vibrational frequency. Okay, a low vibrational frequency. Maybe you got a hobby. Okay, maybe you got a hobby. That you do. Maybe I don't know, maybe you're into healing and like you create jars and healing teas and maybe you crochet or maybe you play the guitar or whatever, whatever it is, or you like to create mantras and mudras or something. And honestly, I'll be truthful with you that life doesn't. I'm going to go by a quote that was put in a movie. I'm going to say what movie it was. Okay, it's just so credibility, accountability, and no, it's not mine. Okay, it was the gentleman. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he was the husband to Reese Witherspoon in Sweet Home Alabama. He played in a movie, The Secret, Dare to Dream, and I'm telling you, these couple of phrases, and I shared this with somebody else the other day, and she was like, oh, she was like freaking out because I mean they're so massively impactful, to your life. And if you're gonna write it down, just write it down anyway. If you're not, just remember it if you got that kind of a memory. All right. The first one is that life doesn't have to be a series of unfortunate events, good or bad, no matter what happens. It doesn't have to be a series of unfortunate events. Okay. The second one was just give me a second. Was if you don't know what you want, how can you ask for it? I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm saying, how can you ask the universe for it? Like literally, if you do not know what you want, how in the world are you going to get it? Makes sense, right? The third, the third was not from that movie. The third may in fact be one of mine. No, it is from that movie. Okay, just bear with me. I make mistakes too. I'm not perfect. All right, perfection is based on perception, and everybody's perception may be different. You get in life what you expect. What you expect, you are going to get. Please, I abhor you. Heed my words. Heed those three quotes about your life. I'm telling you that life will change massively for you. There's a couple of other concepts, but it's not about you being happy. And I'll work on those during this week, during the month, I guess, during the rest of the month. But you have to look at life. I mean, okay, here's another quote. With the quotes, and it's from the same movie. You have to literally ask yourself: is this a kind world or a kind universe? And your answer dictates your reality. That one was, for me at least. I don't know about you, but that literally has been changing my life almost every day. Asking yourself every day: is this a kind world or universe? And your answer creating your reality. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and a lot of it we have absolutely no control over. But some of it we do. Some of it we do. And we have to accept that control. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to finally be as happy as you want to be? Comment on this video. Tell me what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. Share it with me. I want this show to go viral. I want to be the leader, not necessarily want. I am being a leader of human changes in the mental construct of our human race. I believe it's time for a change. The first change is having strength, empathy, compassion, and sympathy within reason. Knowing when, knowing how, knowing why. So until next time, folks, this is Spiridium Circle. Sorry. Okay, I was about to say this is Spiridium Circle Talk Radio. This is the Raven's Den podcast. I am your host, Reverend Raven Nycla, HP. If you are looking for readings, guidance, spiritual communication, healing, energy work, light language activation, or soul codes, you can contact me at heallifewithin@gmail.com. You can check out my website at psychicraven.com. You can even check out my business page on Facebook, which is the Psychic Raven, facebook.com/the Psychic Raven. You can also check out my clothing and apparel and accessories shop on spreadshirt.com, which is called the Raven's Den Apparel. Until next time, folks, blessings to you all. Love and light. Namaste. Be humble, be blessed, live in the vibration of love, and take care of each other. Peace.
A high-frequency channel where source and spirit meet in tandem, where forces between the mind, body, and spirit meet in friendship, while building a unity of energy and creation, fluidity in consciousness, where we let our spirits speak.